Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're joining us here today for another Lego Indie Short Round and Daniel3cb collab.
Yay!
Basically, this video should be called, and it's basically all about what it takes to make a good stop motion series.
Yeah.
Now, I know that all of you little kiddies out there watch videos, the series that we're like people are us are doing. You know, this I know it's inspiration. Like, oh, that's so awesome! I want to make a stop motion series, and I'll get subscribers and people like me.
Yeah.
But what we're here to discuss is how you should go about doing that.
Yeah.
Because so far, a lot of the methods on YouTube for all these people that are trying to do their stop motion series, and they're wondering why they're not getting successful from them. We know why. Do you want to explain why?
Because they either don't have stop motion or there's a bug here. You have to have stop motion in a stop motion video.
There's really like no effort put into these videos. Like all these people send me their episode ones or whatever, and like, oh, please check out my video and tell me what you think. But if I was to tell you what I think, you'd be offended. Then all of a sudden, I look like the asshole.
Yeah. So what you really don't know is what we did. We kind of practiced before we put a stop motion up. Or for me, I kind of practice kind of in stages.
So yeah, the key vital thing for a good stop motion series is practice before your first episode. If you look at all the videos I've done, I did a lot of movie reenactments, like actually trying to reenact scenes from the movies and try to get them to match the audio perfectly. And things I'm doing now, you know those little quick stop motions I'm doing? Like those little 16-second stop motions?
Yeah.
Just do heaps of them. That's good practice. So yeah, practice. Learn how to get like motion down and pay a lot of attention to gravity.
Make sure the ground's not
Like,
moving around while the person's moving in the stop motion. There's just so much, and you can't just come out with this all in 1 year. Like, I mean, you have to go through having terrible stop motions and eventually get up to good ones. Because I mean, like, you know, you can't have a good stop motion on your first try. It's kind of impossible. You have to have tricks, and then you have to make like just short things, not something too big or anything, because chances are it's going to look terrible, and if people see it, they'll say that it's terrible, and you got to start small, and then you'll get big eventually if you try, and yeah.
and something I don't like is all people send me their stop motions and they're like, oh, can you check this out and tell me what you think? But it's usually their first stop motion they've ever done, and of course it's terrible. And they're like, I mean, what am I supposed to say about it? Like, I did heaps of stop motions before I put any on YouTube, and no one's ever seen them because they were just practice. Like I didn't want to show anyone them. And like if you see that very first stop motion I ever did, it's mildly good because I actually did heaps of stop motion before that, even though it was like Bionicles and stuff. But yeah, I hate it when people are like, oh, I just did a stop motion, so I'll quickly put it on YouTube and then I'll get subscribers. But it's like it's like 3 frames long and it goes for 2 minutes. It's like, and it's basically like a slideshow. It's like dut dut dut. The key to stop motion is you put in the effort. I've been saying this to every single person who asks me how to do it, and you can dig through any of my videos, and I'll probably have said it somewhere in them. Put in the effort to take a lot of photos, and just run them back at it's like 0.1 seconds. So just take heaps and heaps of photos, because it always makes up for better quality. And also another piece of vital advice. What was the thing I said in the other video? Like, well, practice and get popular. Also, we're going to be discussing what makes them good.
And bad. Oh no.
First of all, we'll just review all the great stop motion series of the past. Beginning with, of course, Night/2020, the granddaddy of inspiration. If anyone wanted to make a stop motion series of Transformers toys, it's obviously immediately going to be inspired by his series, which is just goddamn fantastic.
I wasn't inspired. It was because I came on YouTube really late, like in 2009 when the second movie came out. That was my inspiration for it.
Well, mine was Night Slash's series, but back then we had people series like Mirasol Twins, Stop Motion Juniors, C2 Denino 4s. Tommy Too Long View was starting off, but he never got past his second episode because he's just such a busy man.
And he cut his hand open.
Ah, that's right.
But it was gross. Oh,
And of course, mine.
oh, Tommy Too Long View was actually kind of gave me an inspiration, I guess. Because when I made my first Transformer videos, the Bumblebee on Drugs series, he commented on every one of them, so that's what encouraged me. Yeah, it just encouraged me to make more. And then I started making other ones. I made this one, Demolisher's Death or something, and a lot of people hated it. Okay.
I hate it. No,
Sideswipe died. So why is it called Demolisher's Death? This Sideswipe dies. Or whatever. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'll have quality. Who had the best stop motion series back then? I'm gonna say Night Slash 2020 had the better story. Mirasol Twins had the better effects, obviously, because they put all that effort into it. Stop Motion Juniors, well, as you said before, when you watched it the other night, or the other day, or whenever it was for you, you said that it's kind of boring.
I didn't say that.
I didn't mind it.
I didn't mind it.
Well, I actually liked it back then. But like now we're just waiting for that episode 3 of his, which has taken like 2 years.
2 years. And, what else should we talk about?
Well, I'd just like to point out for the record that Night Slash 2020, oh, his series is so good. Like I still watch his old episodes. Like I'll have those nights where I'll just start from this first episode up to the present.
I never do that. It would take too long.
Oh, well, I'd split it up over nights.
I listen to music. That's how I come up with my scenes. I've watched his stop motions. They were good. They're awesome. Yeah, but it seems that he's taking a big break from Transformers and doing his Star Wars review, so it might be a bit of a while. But you know, it's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves Star Wars. But we're getting off topic. Something that happened with everyone's stop motion series. It had no beginning.
Yeah.
There was no beginning to anyone's series.
Okay, let's name the beginning of everyone's series. We'll sum it up in a few seconds. The Autobots come out of nowhere and they fight the Decepticons. Yep, that's it.
And the story gets a rolling. Like, for instance, Night Slash's series, it starts off with 2 Autobots just standing there and all the Decepticons show. He's like, brawl. He's like, guards, go have some fun.
Go have some fun.
And they start fighting, and then the story happens. Mirasol Twins.
Scorponok.
It starts off with Starscream just standing there and I don't know, Mirasol Twins. For Mirasol Twins, that first episode was like excellent. The second one was even better, but for the third one, it's just like it was so rushed. Like I didn't like it that much.
Yeah, didn't often get his arm shot off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just too weird. Like,
which one was the one where you see Scorponok go into the sand?
that was the first one.
I remember that because of that effect. So we gotta get this down. So what are the other things we're going to be talking about?
Well, something that makes a good stop motion series, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Number one, the good thing that makes a stop motion series: stop motion.